Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 16th day of June, 13th day of Sivan. We're continuing on in our laws about respecting food and things that you are and are not allowed to do with food. If a person wanted to take slices of cucumber and put them over his eyes while out in the sun so that his eyes should not become sunburned or wrinkly or anything like that, the halacha is that you are allowed to do that. That's not called wasting the cucumber slice. That is a useful purpose for the human, and you are allowed to do that. If you wanted to take some cucumber and put it onto raw potato, and push that not on your eyes necessarily, but for sunburn, and that's raw potato and cucumber. I bet you never heard of that, but it is a ailment out there. Um, a way of curing the ailment of sunburn that people do use, and you are allowed to do that. It's not considered disrespecting the food. It's useful to the human. Just like it's useful to eat a cucumber, it's useful to a human to have a cucumber for this purpose of getting the sunburn off of his body, so it's allowed. If a person has a sty on his eye and he wants to put a tea bag there, or wrap a hard-boiled egg or a potato in cloth and press it against the eyelid. I didn't hear of all of these cures, but they work according to some people. And doing them, again, is using food for the human. Just like a human can use food to eat, to sustain himself, he can sustain and preserve his skin with ways like this also. If a person has lice and he wants to lather up his head with mayonnaise, and cover with a shower cap. This is a way of, I think, smothering the lice and make them not live. So these kinds of things are also allowed. Again, same reasoning. You're allowed to eat mayonnaise, right, to sustain you. Well, you need to have lice taken off of you. It's one of the things humans do to sustain themselves, not in a presence of lice. And if mayonnaise could do the trick, then you're allowed to use mayonnaise for that. Now, I have a halacha book here. It's my good old Rabbi David Leibowitz's halacha book, and he talks about and says clearly that for cosmetic purposes, using food for cosmetic purposes is a question, although he doesn't give any examples. So I think you'd have to use your imagination, and if in your imagination you come up for some cosmetic uses for food, like, I don't know, like hanging licorice from your hair to make your hair look nice, I made that up, would that be allowed or not allowed? So those kinds of cosmetic questions, if that's what he means, that you'd have to discuss with a rabbi because it's a little questionable. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.